I hate having to dress like a man. The cotton shirt is too loose, the breeches too big, the boots too uncomfortable. My hair is bound on the top of my head, secured in a bun underneath a sailor's hat. My sword is strapped tightly to the left side of my waist, a pistol undrawn on my right. Hello book nerds, how you doing? I'm sorry it's been a while. Welcome back to In Between the Lines. If you're new here, hello, my name is Noah, and we talk about anything written on the dead bodies of trees, so books. Talking about books, we're going to be talking about Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. So this book was published September 2022. It's 320 pages, and it is a fantasy YA. Roughly, the story-wise, you are following around this 17-year-old woman named Alosa, this fiery redhead daughter of the Pirate King, who decides to, well, doesn't decide, she signs up to go on a mission for her father to play this damsel in distress, to get captured by a different pirate ship that has a portion of a map that they want, because there's 4 parts of the map. They've got one, and that ship has the other part, and then nothing's really said about the other 2 maps. There is a love interest, so there is some characters on there. I think the guy's called Raiden, who is the younger brother of the captain on this enemy pirate ship. And that's pretty much the main story of this book. She's stuck on this ship trying to find this piece of map, while also trying to be like, I don't like boys, boys are smelly. But then she's like, you cute though. That's pretty much it. We're just gonna dive right into the rating system, which is characters, story / plot, world building, rereadability. I'm having a stroke. And fun factor, I guess you could say. So we're just gonna go dive into it. So characters, there's a few different characters in it, but the main ones it focuses on is Alosa, who is this fiery redhead who is pretty strong for who she is, especially for such a young age. Obviously, fiery redhead, so she's going to have that temper that people tend to stereotype towards them. Who just has loads of little secrets about it. She seems very like 2-dimensional when you first read, but as you get to the halfway point, you kind of realize that there is a little bit more to her. And I was kind of glad that was kind of like put in there, because at first I hated reading this, especially with the characters. Raiden, he's kind of introduces this stereotypical pirate boy who's really cute, but he's really smart, which is like a little bit different because they're not all just smelly. That's kind of it. His brother is a dick in it. There's some other characters in there, but they really don't take much of, don't really come forward as much as you think. It's pretty much just Alosa on this ship looking around. Story and plot, we pretty much went through it. There's not much to it apart from wanting to find these maps, because the maps would lead into like this world grand sort of treasure that her father wants, and her father, what he wants, he gets, and she is a little bit scared of him, but she wants to do this so that she can become, when her time comes, she will be queen. World building, not much. You're on this ship. The main thing is that it does kind of go into a little bit. It just kind of describes some little islands that kind of dotted around and like what kind of represent. But the main thing is that there are laws on land and there are laws on the ocean. And it actually goes into a little bit where her king has like, her dad, king of the seas, has kind of like made this like sort of tax law on the water. And anyone who goes on the water, they have to pay him. He's a rich motherfucker. He's very smart about it, and he's a big burly man that people are terrified of because there's many reasons as to why. But that's really it. You're kind of stuck on this boat, and sure, they go to an area where pirates can go, but it doesn't describe it. It doesn't really build onto that. It basically just builds on these laws of the land and sea, and here's this ship that you're on. The end. Rereadability, I would have to say that there is rereadability. Only from the halfway mark in the book, because the first half I did not like, and I'll go into that a bit more later on. But after you go past the halfway mark, it does get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm enjoying this quite a lot now. Yeah, originally I didn't think I would like it. I hated it. I actually whinged about reading it to Ben's Corner, who is a lovely, lovely person, one of my best friends, who also does game reviews and book reviews. I'll put links down in the description. I'm glad I listened to him about reading the rest of the book, because it does get enjoyable after that halfway mark. Silence, phone, we're having a conversation. The fun factor, I mean, pirates are fun. Can't go wrong with pirates. The fighting scenes in this, I actually did enjoy. There's not a lot. There's like maybe 2 or 3 little sections of I challenge you to a duel, I smack you, or I've got a gun, pew pew. But because guns go pew pew when you're a pirate, apparently. But it does have some fun facts. It has some bits where you're kind of like, ooh, ooh. But that's really it. With the romance in the book, with the fun facts of romance, ooh, it doesn't really make that the main thing. It's pretty much the second thing. It's pretty much all about this map, and then there's the love interest sort of thing. If I was to rate this book, see, if I had like half stars, which I don't, I'm gonna give this 3 stars. But I'm gonna explain why. I do like the book. Just bear with me, okay? So the first half of the book is basically how Alosa is this amazing woman. She's badass. She has this huge combat training. She's stronger than other women. And all men in the whole fucking universe are smelly, dirty bastards. They aren't important. I'm a feminist pirate. I only have female on my ship. I only have a female on my ship. Which I guess can make sense because in them days, men are brutish. But it's pretty much how she's the best person in this fucking world. And all men are the scum. They smell like they've been rolling in excrement. Like, it's just pure feminism for the first half of the book. And that's what made me hate the book. I struggled to read this for like weeks because I was stuck in this feminist part until halfway in the book where it changes. God damn, it took me ages to get to that point, and then I just breezed through it. The last half of the book I really did enjoy so much. I want to buy the second one. I've not read that one yet, but I'm just reading another book first, and then I'm going to start reading it. But yeah, I give this 3 stars, mainly just for that whole half of the book. That was just pure feminism. There's enough of that in the world, I don't need to read it to. But absolutely, we want these sorts of things like being talked about. We want to dive into a world. Books are escapism and all that jazz. But I don't want it to be like the first thing. The first page, obviously, you heard a little bit at the beginning. But the first page after that is the smell. You think men did nothing but roll around in dead fish guts while smearing their own excrement on their sleeves. Thanks. I didn't transition just to get that thrown in my face. But, I did enjoy the book. I am sorry that it's taken me so long to upload things. I was actually ill for about 3-4 weeks. And I've got a few videos I've made that I just haven't uploaded yet. So bear with me with that. I also want to say thank you for watching videos. Thank you for the comments that I'm still getting. I really do appreciate them. Let me know what about your thoughts, your everything, your opinions. If there's any type of like pirate kind of book that you would recommend, let me know. Just slap them in the comments. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, listen, and comment if you can. I really appreciate it.